Hello, it's G67, 8.1 AB2. It's page 2 of the 8.1 AB series. So we're starting on problem number 15 up here, where we're just combining like terms. We've got a -4 and we've got a -9 here. We can combine those. That's just like saying this is n minus 13. These are the same signs, so we can take and add them up and we keep that negative sign. We can't do anything with the n because there's only one of them. So we just got n minus 13. And yes, you could write this minus 13 plus n, but as I said in the previous video, 9 times out of 10, it'll be written that way. All right, now we can finally do something with the n in number 16. We've got a positive 4 and we've got a negative n, or if you want to think about that as a -1n, you can do that. We've got 3 n's left over. Those are different signs. The difference is 3. This has the greater absolute value, the 4, so it's a positive. All right, now we're starting to cook here. Let's see, how about these two here? We can combine these terms here. All right, let's just circle them so it's easier to see. We've got a positive and we've got a negative. The difference is 12x, and it's positive because this has the greater absolute value, and we're minus 9. We've got nothing else we can do with that 9. There's no other like terms. Go ahead and try 18 real quick on your own. That's just a negative k, okay? Get it? Negative k, k, k? Forget it. Or negative 1k, but this is where you're going to see it 99% of the time. Okay, let's jump down a little. Let's down to 21. Now we've got some distributing going on. So we're going to have to distribute out the 7. And that's a positive 7, so here's the way I do it. I just rewrite everything. The -4 isn't going to change. We take the 7 times the 1, and we get 7. Now, it's a positive times a positive, so that's a plus 7. And then we take the 7 times the 3, and that's 21, and there's an m attached. That's a positive times a negative, so that's a negative 21m. I can't do anything with the 21m. I can combine these two guys. These are different signs. The difference is 3. And we still have this negative 21m. So minus 21m plus 3 is the way I would do that one. That look a little bit more like a 1. All right. Again, let's distribute here. Just start by rewriting the -5n. That's not going to change. We have 3 times 6. That's 18. And it's positive because it's a positive times a positive, so it's plus 18. We have 3 times 7, which is 21n, and that's positive because it's a positive times a positive. So I've got the n's I can combine. I've got a -5 and a positive 21, so the difference, those are different signs. The difference is 16n, and it's positive because that has the greater absolute value. And we can just add that 18. All right, let's keep rolling here. This one is nasty. Number 22. This negative right here is really needed to be thought about as a -1. So we're going to distribute out the -1 and start by rewriting. It's a minus 2n. Now I've got 1 times 9, which is 9. It's a negative times a positive, so that's going to be a negative. Now I've got 1 times 10n, well that's 10n, and that's a negative times a negative, so that's going to be a positive 10n. So now I can combine some like terms here. I've got minus 2n, and I've got a positive 10, so oops, circle that so we can see that a little bit easier, what we've got. We've got a positive 10 and a negative 2. So the difference is 8n, and that's positive because this has the greater absolute value. And we're going to subtract 9. There we go. All right. I know you want me to try a couple of the harder ones, so let's just get to it and see what happens. I'll try a couple of these, and I'll leave you a couple. I don't know. 27 looks good to me. Now we've got a double double distribute. So we're going to have to do this, and this, and this, and this. So let's do it. 10 times 1 is 10. It's a negative times a positive, so it's a negative 10. I've got 10 times 9. That's 90. There's an x attached. And it's a negative times a negative, so that's a positive 90x. Now I have 6 times x, and that's 6x. And it's a positive times a positive, so it's a positive 6x. I've got 6 times 10, which is 60. It's a positive times a negative, so that's a negative 60. Now I can see if I can combine some stuff here. Well, I've got a negative 10 and a negative 60, so I got minus 70. And then I've got a positive 90 and a positive 6, so that's 96x minus 70. All right, let's end with 28 here. So we got to double distribute again, so I'm just going to put my arrows in so I know what I'm multiplying. Oops, wrong one. All right, well, 5 times 2 is 10, and there's an n attached, so it's a 10n. It's a positive times a negative, so it's a negative 10n. 5 times 4 is 20. It's a positive times a positive, so that's a plus 20. 2 times n is 2n. They're both positives, so that's a positive. And then 2 times 3 is plus 6, so I can combine my n's here. So I got, these are different signs, so the difference is 8n, and it's negative 8n. And then this is going to be plus, so I usually don't do that, but I could see they're both positive, plus 26. Combining these guys here, 26. Alrighty. Good luck.